From dancing with the local stars, to touring an historic Jackson museum, to visiting a classic Owasso theater, you had plenty of good places to pick for me during week 1 of voting during Pick a Place for Pincinel. And now I'm excited to take you this morning to the top place you picked. Take a look. The visual arts and local history come together in truly sharp form here at the Ella Sharp Museum in downtown Jackson. At the Ella, as patrons say, you'll get to discover the 3 E's: education, exhibits, and entertainment. And now, we'll add a 4th E, since you helped me pick a place for Pincinel.
We want people to know all the great things that have gone on here, both currently in Jackson and in the past.
The first order of business when you visit the main gallery, you better start clowning around and learning all about the Lewis brothers, Jackson's famous circus family.
Circuses is one of those big things that appeals to a broad range of people, both little kids and older people alike.
There's certainly plenty to chirp about when you fly on over to the Andrews Gallery of Wildlife Art, featuring one-of-a-kind wooden sculptures and rare taxidermy.
There are over 600 pieces in that collection, and exhibiting it here is a way to let the public see it and experience and enjoy everything that they've put together.
You can really get revved up about the origins of Jackson, learning all about the people, places, and businesses that have helped drive this city to success since 1837.
This is the repository for Jackson and Jackson County history. That's a 1916 Model K Marion, and it was manufactured here in Jackson.
And make sure to find some time to check out the time in the most impressive clock room. As for us, we've got to clock out here on the inside because there's plenty more for you to watch on the outside of the Ella.
We have 10 acres of grounds with 8 historic buildings, all of which have been restored, that we can allow visitors to come inside when they're open and really experience what living history is all about.
And while you're out visiting the grounds, your learning experience will really be enhanced by visiting places like the old Dibble Schoolhouse. They must have known I was coming, the Dunn's Cap. And Sonny, I understand what makes this so unique, what makes this experience so great, is it's authentic, like it was during pioneer times.
That's right, Evan. We try to provide as authentic a learning experience as we can today for these students who come here and spend a day with us. So we do have a session in the schoolhouse conducted very similarly to what it would have been in the 1860s.
We don't want to be hidden for very long. We want our doors bursting at the seams. We want people coming through the doors. Staff do a lot of hard work to get these exhibits and these grounds ready, and we want everyone to come and enjoy them with us.
Indoors and out, that completes our tour of the Ella Sharp Museum and Historic Grounds. Now it's your turn to come down to Jackson and see it for yourself. As always, thanks for helping pick a place for Pincinel, only on TV6. And another great part about visiting the Ella, many of the exhibits change every 3 to 6 months, so there will always be something new to see each time you go. Welcome back. From a world-renowned art museum in East Lansing, to a world-class performing arts center in Charlotte, to a worldwide day of comic book creativity in downtown Lansing, your Pick-a Place Week 2 winner is already an international success story. And as you're about to see, it also has plenty of local, high-flying flavor to it. Take a look. Reading and collecting comic books. It's a tradition that's literally turned the page on 75 years of fantasy and adventure. And here in downtown Metropolis, I mean Lansing, Clem's Comics is the site of World Comic Book Day. So let's head inside and see some of the sights of the top place you picked this week. And don't worry, you have the world's most famous comic book reporter character on the job. Isn't that right, Lois?
Hey, you look familiar.
Don't give away my secret. One of the great things about comic books, it doesn't matter how old you are, you find things to love about them. Just like my friends Sam, Owen, Zachary, and Sarah. Who's your favorite comic book character, buddy?
Iron Man.
Who's yours?
Hulk.
The Hulk. What's your favorite comic book, buddy?
The Secret Wars.
The Secret Wars. And who do you like, sweetheart?
Strawberry Shortcake.
Strawberry Shortcake.
Superman, Last of Krypton.
I can, introduce you to him if you want to meet him.
Oh, yeah.
You do want to meet him? Okay, let me see what I can do, because I might know him,
All right.
We're now talking with Alec Davis, the store manager of Clem's. Al, why is this day so special for both you guys and all the fans who we've seen come through?
Well, nationwide, comic shops all are just like giving away free comic books by the thousands, just attracting new fans all over the place, and it's really not slowing down at all.
And how about all the people who are dressing up as comic book characters? In no way, shape, or form am I one of those people.
Fantastic. They put a lot of dedication into what they do, and it's amazing to see the people that, you know, the costumes that they come up with. You know, you'll see a stormtrooper here or there.
There's a saying this time of year at World Comic Book Day. May the 4th be with you.
Are you sure? No.
Fans of comic books aren't the only ones here at Clem's. We also have artists and writers. Kaylin Smith, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
What is it like to draw, conceive, produce your very own comic book?
It is awesome. It started out as a hobby. It is a Western adventure. Fell in love with it. Putting the whole writing and the art together, and here it is, comic book. This is what he would look like if I were to draw him in my comic.
And we're ready for the big Clark Kent reveal. What do you think? I think it's super.
Yes, it's super.
Thank you. Thank you. And there you have it, a flyby tour of World Comic Book Day at Clem's Comics. Hey, there's no need to fear. Thanks for helping me pick a super place, only on TV6. Ready to fly over to the other part of the studio. I think my cape fell off. Clem's Comics celebrates World Comic Book Day every May. You definitely want to check it out. Put it in your calendars for next year. What a fun afternoon that was. Music and magic always come together at whatever place the Lansing Symphony Orchestra plays. And because you picked their place for me, I'm happy to share with you all the high notes and even a few low notes about their sweet-sounding success. More than 70 musicians, more than 70 instruments. It could be hard to pick each and every one of them out when you're listening to the LSO, but not if you're listening to Andrew Spencer. Andrew, tell me a little bit about your instrument and your unique sound.
Well, these are the timpani orchestra, one timpano, two timpani, and it's often referred to as the kettle drums as well. When the orchestra changes from one key to the next, I can just move this pedal here, and this drum will change pitch from here to here to here. So I can play tunes on this, or I can modulate with the orchestra.
There's a lot of great musicians on this stage, but they might have many different ideas about how the piece would go. Just like with a basketball team or a football team, you have a lot of great athletes, and they all may have a different idea of how to get the ball into the right place, part of the field, right? So somebody has to come along and say, this is the path we're going to take. And so the gestures do that non-verbally so that we can make music spontaneously.
Well, we all know I like to toot my own horn, but I'm very happy to be joined by the trombone section of the LSO. Mike, two-thirds, Mike and Ava. Ava, why do you enjoy what you do so much?
It's one of the wonderful things about playing the trombone, because you've got this wide range of dynamics to work with. And that's, you know, that's how you play from your heart.
Any tricks to the trombone trade, Mike?
You got to play very loud. Not hide your heart and your emotions, just to, let it all out and be musical.
An interview I've always wanted to conduct.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, thank you. We are here with the LSO maestro, Tim Muffet. Thank you very much, maestro.
Happy to be here.
All right, now let's say, hypothetically, I were to take this baton from your hand, the magical baton, and I were to just do this. What would happen?
I don't know. Let's find out. Okay. Well, it was close.
It was close.
It was close.
The William Tell Overture.
You're going to want to show them the tempo.
The tempo.
By how you give an upbeat. So you're going to give up in the tempo you want this to go. You know this tune, right?
Yes, I do. This is the William Tell Overture, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very recognizable tune, even if I'm conducting.
If you want it a little bit louder, then give them something encouraging. Can be a look, can be a bigger stroke. If you want it a little softer, then bring it in.
All right, so let me give this back to you. So let's just say.
Let's trade. I'll take the microphone.
You're going to take the microphone?
You take the baton.
You trust in the musicians, you let them follow you, you go with the flow, and you make fantastic music. Your Lansing Symphony Orchestra.
We just have extraordinary music to work with on a daily basis. And then to work with musicians like those of here, the Lansing Symphony, and to share it with an audience like we have here in Lansing that loves us and appreciates us, what more could you ask for?
From my instrument to all of theirs, thanks for listening and learning all about the Lansing Symphony Orchestra. And as always, for helping me pick a place right here on TV6. 134 acres of natural fact-finding fun fill up the Fenner Nature Center in Lansing. And here at the top place you picked for me this week, you'll find and see firsthand how education and the environment go hand in hand, all in the great outdoors. But first, let's head indoors to see and learn more about how you can become a Fen-nerd. Here she is, the star of the show, the ultimate Fen-nerd. Meet Ruby the Turtle and Katie Woodhams, our program director. Katie, does she need to have the glasses on to make it official?
No, she doesn't, but I brought him along for you.
Okay, here, I'm going to officially become a Fen-nerd right now. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about hands-on. This is a perfect example of not only the kids who come in, but the adults, too. They can really have fun and learn a lot.
Definitely. We have native animals here that you would find out on the trails in Michigan, but it's an opportunity for the kids to see them firsthand and learn more about the habitats that they would actually find them in their backyard.
What a view of nature's classroom outside from inside the Fenner Exploratory Classroom. And if you don't see a bear through the windows, that's okay. You can be one right here. Yes, you are bear witness to this fact.
It means something different to every single person, and I think every person uses it different. We have our exhibits that people like to check out, but we encourage everybody to go outside.
I took Katie's advice and came outside where you can walk more than 4.1 miles of trails all over Fenner, like down towards the pond by the Visitors Center, or up deep further into the woods to explore some of the plant and animal life.
Not only can you come at your own leisure and walk the trails, do photography, field sketching, art, but you can attend one of our programs, whether it's our night hikes with our naturalists where we're calling for owls and doing bonfires, or our summer camps, or our Fenner Field School.
No, you don't want to eat it? Okay, that's fine.
You can take part in many nature-related projects out on the trails, out in the woods, just like our AmeriCorps team members are doing here. In fact, Janine, can I talk with you for a second? What are we doing out here today?
Today we are helping Fenner Nature Center to clear out invasive species. This is called garlic mustard, and they're invasive. They actually choke out all of the native species that are supposed to be here.
That's great. You see, had I not talked with you, I would have thought this was called Colonel Mustard.
That's right. And you have a clue.
And now I have a clue. Thank you, Janine.
You are welcome, Ellen.
What a serene and picturesque scene, and it will only get even more beautiful when it is soon restored to a natural Michigan tall and short grass prairie. It's one of the many reasons you need to come back and visit this top place you picked, Fenner Nature Center in Lansing, and I'm certainly glad you helped me pick a place for Pinson-Alt all month long, only on TV6. Pick a place if you want to. You can leave your friends behind, but if your friends don't vote, and if they didn't vote, then they're no friends of mine. That's right, singing a little 80s lyrics, talking some 80s music, wearing an 80s outfit and treating you to a special behind-the-band story with perhaps the area's best 80s cover group. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Starfall!
It's the perfect music because literally I can invite my little brother who's in college, I can invite my father who's 16 years old, and they both have a blast.
When people come to see us and they're in the bar and we're walking around in the nightclub and we're wearing Adidas tracksuits, people know Star Farm's in the house.
We play all over. We're playing Mackinac Island in a month. We play at the Lug Nuts. We play all the bars of town, Grand Rapids, Ann Arbor, Kalamazoo. We keep really busy. All right, Star Farmers, we've got a really special treat for you tonight. We've got Evan Pincinel, Channel 6 News anchor, who's going to throw down, and he's picked a special song.
Evan, I don't know. You need a tracksuit. You get a tracksuit, you got it all covered.
I consider us good time party music. Like, we edit our songs to crowd response. We want people dancing. If it clears the dance floor, it gets dropped from the set list. So we're just kind of a way for people to go out and let loose right now, which I think people need. And do it in a really over-the-top theatrical way, because that's what the 80s were all about.
Well, now that we're all done rocking out with Star Farm, it's time for me to get back to the future, to use another 80s reference. We need you to head back to TV6 for an all-new week of Pick a Place for Pincinel. Well, I think Don Johnson needs his suit back. See you later. Some say it's like hockey. Others say like football. No matter how you describe it, though, it's a sport, and it's making a comeback right here in mid-Michigan, the home of the Lansing Derby Vixens.
Roller derby. They can hit me out of the way, they can hit my team out of the way, I can hit back. Everyone tries to come up with an alter ego that they emulate out on the track.
Ivana Rolovia. Roller derby is a series of jams, and in the jam there is a jammer and there are blockers. The two jammers, one from each team, race to the front of the pack, and the blockers try to knock the opposing team jammer down, and the jammer scores points by the amount of players that they pass after they've lapped the group one time.
Audrey Florburn. It's complicated. At first it was pretty hard to learn, but once you start practicing and get thrown in there and everything's just kind of happening, you just start picking it up.
Dawn K. Kong. Dawn K. Kong owns the track. That's what she does. Yep. Barrel rolling through everyone.
So you knock everybody out of the way?
Absolutely.
So if I go out there, I'm in trouble.
Better watch yourself.
Well, now that I'm all suited up, it's time for me to take a roll around the rink to see if I can hang with the Derby Vixens. Skate at own risk. This is like the really slow version of roller derby. I'm going backwards, look. Whoa! Falling 101, I'm a pro. I can't skate, but I can fall like the best of them. Whitney forward. Oh my. Wait, I'm back in. I'm back in the derby. Whew. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not bad. I passed the test.
Even got a nickname from the Derby Vixens, Drop Anchor. Whoa! I fell on the knee, though. I fell on the knee.
You know, what's great about this sport is that for a female, you know, you can have any type of body type and do this. There's a position for you. Pretty much anybody who wants to do this and wants to give it a try, we can put you somewhere.
There you go. Good job, Ruth. It's an amazing workout. It's an amazing amount of camaraderie and teamwork. It's really empowering to women.
Play a sport, get in shape, but also have a blast.
No more helmet, pads, and skates for me. I'm gonna let the Vixens roll on around the rink. But we're glad you helped me pick a place for Pincinalt all month long here on TV6. Now where's the water fountain? There are never too many cooks in the kitchen here at Le Chat Gourmet. Isn't that right, Chef Deneen?
That's correct, Evan.
Until she sees me cook, which we're going to try in just a bit. Of course, this is Eaton Rapids' culinary destination for aspiring chefs or everyday dabblers like myself. Speaking of which, on the menu for me today, Old World Pizza. And I'm going to try to cook it up in a new hip style. So let's get suited up and put on our aprons and then check in with Chef Deneen to learn all the tasty details about this popular place you picked.
And this was going to be my husband's pub. So he lost his pub and it became Le Chat Gourmet. Right, so we're each going to start out with a mixing bowl here to whisk that all together.
Is it okay if I cheat and watch you every now and again? Is that okay? In this type of school, it's encouraged, perhaps.
Yes. Like we teach pretty much everything. We have extensive baking classes from decorating.
Just start moving and dancing here.
We do all types of cuisine from Italian to French, Moroccan.
Onion goggles, wow!
And of course, we'd like to focus seasonally on our Michigan produce.
You grew this right out back?
Yes, we do.
2 steps down, almost on to part 3, but Deneen, I'm running out of time.
Very good.
Got a little cooking joke for us here in the kitchen.
Everything's hands-on, so you participate in from the prep right through the final plate presentation. There you go!
Whoa! Look at this! I should
Very good.
move to Italy right now.
That's right. Hey, you got a second career if you want it.
Look at that. Pizza dough. Hey, mamma mia, pizza pie, pizzeria.
Ultimately, we're going to have people in the kitchen at different, skill levels at each class. So, but they're here to learn what we're doing that evening or that day.
And now it's back to the Stone Age for this next part.
That's right.
Look at this.
You just want to get kind of a nice covering. You can do this back and forth. And how we do pizza.
Oh, and then give it a little wiggle.
Wiggle.
Whoa!
Excellent!
We did it! We did it! Look at that!
This is my passion. This is my love. And then I get to share it with others as well. When you see their faces light up, you get, people who have been cooking for years and they're learning new things. You've got new people that are learning things, and they go home. They're so excited to go back in their kitchen. That is truly what it's about. So then you take it.
Well, there you have it, 2 perfect Pincinalt pizza pies from the very place that you picked. And while our slice of time at Le Chat Gourmet is over for now, on behalf of Alana, Chef Deneen, and myself, bon appetit.
Salute.